Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever stared at your phone, agonizing over a single text? Should I add an emoji? Is a period too aggressive? Why are they taking so long to reply? If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place, because today we're diving deep into the hidden psychology of texting. We're going to decode the secret messages we send and receive every single day, without even realizing it. Let's start with something we all do. Response time. You send a message and... crickets. Minutes turn into hours. The read receipt is there, mocking you. What does it mean? Well, context is king. If it's your boss on a Saturday, a slow reply is normal. But from a friend you were just bantering with, a sudden delay can signal a shift in mood, a distraction, or maybe they're carefully crafting a response. Conversely, rapid-fire replies often show excitement, engagement, and a high level of interest. It's a digital way of leaning in and saying, "I'm listening." Think about your own habits. Who gets an instant reply from you and who has to wait? That prioritization speaks volumes. Now, let's talk punctuation. You might think a period is just a period, but in the world of texting, it can be a weapon. Ending a casual message like, "okay," or "fine," with a period can come across as cold, annoyed, or passive-aggressive. It's like a full stop in a flowing conversation. On the other hand, a lack of punctuation, all lowercase letters, can convey a sense of being relaxed, casual, or even rushed. Then there are exclamation points. 1 is friendly, 2 is excited. A whole string of them? You're either bursting with joy or being sarcastic. The key is the pattern. If your usually bubbly friend who uses exclamation points like confetti suddenly starts sending one-word, period-ended texts, it might be a sign that something is off. Of course, we can't talk about texting without mentioning the mighty emoji. Emojis are the body language of the digital world. They add emotional context that plain text lacks. A simple smiley face can soften a potentially blunt message, while a laughing, crying emoji can show you genuinely find something hilarious. But even emojis have their own secret language. The classic thumbs up? In some contexts, especially among younger generations, it can be seen as dismissive or low effort. The upside-down smiley face is a master of ambiguity. It can mean sarcasm, frustration, or just general awkwardness. Pay attention to someone's emoji dialect. Do they use a lot of hearts? Which ones? Are they a fan of the more obscure emojis? This tells you a lot about their personality and how comfortable they are expressing emotion digitally. Let's move on to message length and structure. Think about the wall of text. When someone sends you a massive paragraph, it usually means they have a lot on their mind. They're not just sharing information. They're often processing their thoughts and emotions right there in the chat box. It's a sign of trust, showing they feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable with you. Conversely, short, clipped responses like "K," "Yep," or "LOL" can be conversation killers. While sometimes they just mean someone is busy, if it's a consistent pattern in a back-and-forth chat, it often signals disinterest or a desire to end the conversation. It's the digital equivalent of turning your back on someone. Here's a fun one. Typing indicators. The 3 little dots. That is probably the most anxiety-inducing symbol in modern communication. You see them appear, you hold your breath, and then they vanish. What happened? Did they change their mind? Did they delete a heartfelt confession or a harsh truth? Those little dots create a space of pure potential, a moment where the other person is actively engaged, but you don't know the outcome. It's a tiny window into their thought process. Seeing someone type for a long time often means they are being thoughtful and putting effort into their reply. It's a form of digital respect. And now, for the most notorious behavior of all, ghosting. You're having a great conversation, maybe for days or weeks, and then nothing. Silence. They disappear without a trace. Ghosting is a powerful, albeit painful, form of communication. It sends a clear message of avoidance. The person ghosting is choosing to avoid confrontation, difficult emotions, or the simple courtesy of an explanation. While it feels incredibly personal to the one being ghosted, it often says more about the ghoster's inability to handle uncomfortable conversations than it does about you. It's a communication failure, a complete shutdown of the digital channel. So, what does all this mean for you? The first step is self-awareness. Look at your own texting habits. Are you a period person? An emoji enthusiast? A fast replier? Understanding your own digital accent helps you see how others might perceive you. The second step is to become a better digital listener. Don't just read the words, look at the subtext. Notice the changes in punctuation, the response speed, the emoji choice. If a friend's texting style suddenly changes, it might be a gentle prompt to check in with them. A simple, "Hey, you seem a bit quiet today. Is everything okay?" can make a world of difference. Remember, texting is a relatively new form of communication, and we're all still learning its rules. There's no perfect formula. The best approach is to be mindful and empathetic. Give people the benefit of the doubt. A short reply might just mean they're in a meeting, not that they're mad at you. And try to be clear in your own communications. If you're feeling happy, add a smiley face. If you need to end a conversation, a quick, "Hey, gotta run, talk later," is much kinder than just disappearing. It's about using these digital tools to build stronger, healthier connections, not to create anxiety and confusion. Texting is more than just words on a screen. It's a reflection of our thoughts, feelings, and relationships. By learning to read between the lines, we can understand each other a little better and navigate our digital world with more kindness and clarity. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today to explore this fascinating topic. What are your biggest texting pet peeves? Or what are some secret texting codes you use with your friends? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read them. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the psychology of everyday life, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Until next time, text thoughtfully.